Welcome to the Strange News Network. Today, we dive into a story shaking the political landscape. As you know by now, New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted and faces serious federal charges. Here's the scoop. Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on 5 federal charges, including bribery, wire fraud, and conspiracy. These allegations stem from actions dating back to 2014 when Adams served as Brooklyn Borough President. The indictment, a hefty 57 pages, which paints a picture of a decade-long saga of alleged corruption. Here are the 5 charges listed in the indictment. Count 1. Conspiracy to commit wire fraud, federal program bribery, and to receive campaign contributions by foreign nationals. Count 2. Wire fraud. Count 3. Solicitation of a contribution by a foreign national. Count 4. Solicitation of a contribution by a foreign national. Count 5. Bribery. The indictment claims Adams accepted luxury international travel and other valuable benefits from wealthy foreign business people, including a Turkish government official. This luxury travel, according to the indictment, included lavish trips and accommodations, often funded by Turkish interests seeking to buy his influence. In September 2021, one of the most shocking claims involves Adams allegedly pressuring the NYC Fire Department to open a Turkish consular building without the required fire inspection. This, prosecutors say, was part of the quid pro quo for the benefits he received from Turkish officials. Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, stated, "For nearly a decade, Adams sought and accepted improper valuable benefits." He further emphasized that Adams knowingly took illegal contributions aimed at buying influence. The troubled mayor once called himself the bad boy of politics when he gave the key to the city to Sean Diddy Combs, who was also be indicted earlier this month by the same U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York.
Videos have been playing on the Jumbotron for TSX Broadway, and the crowd waited. Then around 11:30, the doors opened for the mayor and the artist.
The bad boy of entertainment is getting the key to the city from the bad boy of politics.
I want to thank y'all for this honor and just recognizing me being from New York, giving me the key to the city.
This indictment marks a dramatic fall for a mayor who once presented himself as the new face of the Democratic Party. Eric Adams, a former NYPD captain, took office in January 2022 with promises of a tough-on-crime approach and a commitment to revitalizing the city post-pandemic. However, his tenure has been marred by challenges like the migrant crisis and subway safety concerns. Prominent political figures have already called for his resignation. In the event Adams stepped down, then Public Advocate Jermaine Williams would step in until a special election is held. Mayor Adams, not one to shy away from the spotlight, responded to the charges. He assured New Yorkers that he would continue his duties as mayor despite the indictment.
Based on lies. But they would not be surprising. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target. And a target I became. For months, leaks and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. Just this past week, they searched the home of our new police commissioner, looking for documents from 20 years ago, just 1 week after he joined my administration.
The New York Times broke the news of Adams' indictment on Wednesday night. The following morning, federal investigators executed a search warrant at Gracie Mansion, the mayor's official residence. They spent over 3 hours inside, collecting evidence and serving a summons to Adams. Mayor Adams' lawyers have been working tirelessly to stave off federal charges. Meetings with senior officials from the Justice Department and U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan have been intense. Despite these efforts, prosecutors in Washington decided to move forward with the charges. This month, top members of Adams' staff, including 2 deputy mayors and the school's chancellor, had their phones seized by federal investigators. The investigations have led to resignations and increased scrutiny on Adams' administration.
Enough. I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit. If I'm charged, I know I am innocent. I will request an immediate trial so the New Yorkers can hear the truth. New Yorkers know my story. They know where I come from. I have been fighting injustice my entire life. That fight has continued as your mayor.
Many are questioning the timing of the indictment. When migrants started arriving in New York City, Mayor Adams was welcoming. However, months later he requested for federal assistance for the migrant crisis, but did not receive the financial help requested from the Biden-Harris administration.
Dollars that's coming with this issue of migrants is destabilizing our city.
Well, New York City's migrant crisis has reached an eye-popping new milestone. There are actually now more people seeking asylum in our city shelters than there are homeless New Yorkers.
New York City Mayor Adams, flanked by his legal team, left his Gracie Mansion residence on Thursday afternoon amid mounting pressure to resign. As his legal battle intensifies, his lawyer acknowledged that Adams received gifts and amenities during his time in office, but maintained that there was nothing improper, illegal, or wrong about the perks. Mayor Eric Adams' arraignment on corruption charges is set for noon on Friday before Magistrate Judge Catherine Parker in Manhattan Federal Court. If he steps down, NYC Public Advocate Jiminy Williams is next in line for the mayor's office. Williams is for defunding the police and a BLM supporter. Stay tuned for updates.